Good evening. We're coming to you today, September 20th, 2025. Breaking news, sending shockwaves from Silicon Valley to every corner of the global economy. The Trump administration has just announced a monumental shift. A new executive order imposes a staggering $100,000 annual fee for every single H-1B visa. The H-1B program, traditionally used by U.S. companies to hire highly skilled foreign workers. This isn't just a fee increase. It's a fundamental dismantling of a system that funneled the world's brightest minds into American industries. The stated goal: force companies to hire American workers first. America first. The announcement came without any prior warning, leaving businesses, workers, and industries scrambling. Immediate reaction, panic, and disbelief. Tech executives, university presidents, healthcare administrators trying to calculate astronomical costs. Tens of thousands of H-1B holders, engineers, doctors, scientists, researchers, have had their futures thrown into sudden, terrifying uncertainty. Their legal status may now hinge on an employer's ability to pay, possibly more than their salary. The human cost is just beginning to be understood. Let's begin our countdown of the top 10 consequences, starting with number 10. Number 10. A mass exodus of current H-1B workers. The most immediate and heart-wrenching impact will be on the individuals already here. There are hundreds of thousands of skilled professionals who have lived and worked in the U.S. for years. Many have families, own homes, and are deeply integrated into their communities. Faced with this new policy, their employers will have to make a difficult choice. Can a hospital afford to pay an extra $100,000 for a crucial research doctor? Can a software company pay that fee for every member of an engineering team? In most cases, the answer will be no, leading to mass non-renewals and an exodus of talent. Moving on to our ninth point. Number 9. The rise of visa havens in other countries. The world's top talent won't simply stop existing because the U.S. has closed its doors. Instead, they'll go where they're welcomed. Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, Australia. They're now poised to benefit immensely from this American policy shift. These nations are already rolling out the red carpet, fast-tracking visa applications for those educated and trained in the U.S. This isn't just a loss for America. It's a direct transfer of intellectual capital to our biggest economic competitors. Now for number 8 in our countdown. Number 8. Devastation for startups and small businesses. While giant tech corporations like Apple or Google might be able to swallow this cost for a handful of truly indispensable employees, the same can't be said for the thousands of startups and small businesses that form the backbone of American innovation. A $100,000 fee per worker isn't a business expense for them. It's a death sentence. We continue our list with number 7. Number 7. American companies will move jobs overseas. The administration's goal is to force companies to hire Americans, but businesses operate in a globalized world, and really they'll go where the talent is. If they can't bring the world's best engineers to their headquarters in California or Texas, they'll simply open new offices in Toronto, Berlin, or Bangalore. Instead of creating jobs in the U.S., this policy will incentivize companies to export high-paying tech and research positions to other countries. The very jobs the policy aims to protect could be the first ones to leave. Next is number 6 on our list. Number 6. A sudden and severe talent shortage in key sectors. The idea that there's a ready and waiting pool of American workers to fill every H-1B job is a dangerous oversimplification. In specialized fields like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and rural medicine, there are significant, well-documented labor shortages. American universities just aren't graduating enough people with the required skills to meet the current demand, let alone future needs. By cutting off the supply of foreign experts, this policy will create immediate and critical gaps in our most important industries. Hospitals in underserved areas may lose doctors, and advanced research projects at universities could grind to a halt. Now for the 5th biggest consequence. Number 5. Damage to America's higher education system. Our universities are considered the best in the world, and a huge part of their success comes from attracting the top international students. Many of these students pursue graduate degrees in science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. They've traditionally seen the H-1B visa as a pathway to apply their world-class education in the American workforce after graduation. With that pathway now effectively blocked by a financial wall, the incentive for the brightest students to study in the U.S. plummets. Right then, we are now entering the top 4 consequences, starting with number 4. Number 4 is a stall in American innovation and competitiveness. Innovation is not a solo sport. It's a team effort that thrives on diverse perspectives and a deep pool of expertise. Silicon Valley's success was built on this principle, bringing together the best minds from around the globe to solve complex problems. By severely limiting access to global talent, the United States risks stagnation. The pace of technological advancement will slow. Artificial intelligence, biotech, clean energy. While the United States looks inward, other nations will accelerate forward, fueled by the talent we've turned away. At number 3, we see a broader impact: a weaker United States economy and higher prices for consumers. Highly skilled workers are not just employees. They are entrepreneurs. They are taxpayers. They are consumers. They start companies that create jobs for Americans. They pay taxes that fund our schools, roads, and social programs. They buy homes, cars, and goods, stimulating the local economy. Removing hundreds of thousands of high-earning individuals will have a chilling effect. As companies struggle to find needed talent, productivity will fall. This could lead to less competitive American products and ultimately higher prices for everyone. Now, the second most significant consequence: strained international relations and a decline in soft power. America's influence isn't only built on its military or economic might, it's also built on soft power, the appeal of its culture, values, and opportunities. The H-1B program has long been a symbol of the American dream, promising success regardless of birthplace. Finally, we arrive at the number 1 consequence of this new $100,000 H-1B visa fee: the loss of America's identity as a shining city on a hill. More than any economic or diplomatic fallout, this policy strikes at the very core of the American idea. For centuries, the United States has defined itself as a beacon of hope and opportunity, a nation built by immigrants who brought their dreams, ambition, and talent to its shores. This ideal has been our greatest strength, constantly renewing our society and driving our progress. This policy represents a historic turning away from that identity. It's a declaration that America is no longer the world's leading destination for those seeking to build a better future. The ultimate price of this policy might not be measured in dollars or job numbers alone, but in the loss of something far more valuable: our national spirit of optimism and openness. It replaces the promise of the American dream with a price tag. It suggests a future defined by fear and scarcity, rather than confidence and growth. The message it sends is that America must build walls to protect what it has, rather than having the confidence to grow and lead. This is a profound shift in our national character, one that could fundamentally alter how we see ourselves and how the world sees us for generations to come. What does this future look like? It could be an America that is less innovative, less prosperous, and more isolated. An America where our children have fewer opportunities, and our grandchildren have even fewer, because the industries that would have created them have moved elsewhere. It could be an America that has willingly surrendered its position as the undisputed global leader in science and technology. The story is still unfolding, and the full consequences of this monumental decision will take years to become clear. But tonight, one thing is certain: a fundamental pillar of America's post-war identity and economic success has been called into question. The nation is now at a crossroads. The path it chooses will determine what kind of country America will be in the 21st century. The world is watching. We will continue to follow this story as it develops. For now, that is the news. Good night.